Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with the start and continuation of a new Let's Play. This is Let's Play the Metal Gear Saga Part 3, Peace Walker. And I'm going to set a couple ground rules before this begins. Now, I am a huge fan of Peace Walker from what I played of it. And by the way, I own this now. Yeah, I basically had this thing on rent for months without actually touching it. And then I wanted to get Dragon Ball Fusions. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, I've got some money for my birthday. I'm gonna go on eBay, found this thing for like $13.50, picked it up. Boom, I own it now. Now, I'm setting these ground rules for two reasons. One, so that this Let's Play isn't a billion parts long. Two, I really want to get to Phantom Pain, which I also have sitting here. I don't own it yet, but there's a very big possibility that I will get it next month. Anyway, the ground rules are this. I will play through the entire story mode, and I will do each full game, not necessarily post-game, but each game, in-game mission that I get once on camera. I may do some side stuff off-screen, but I'm not going to just keep going and doing missions again and again and again. Because I have my own file for that shit. So, this probably won't be too terribly long. I'm going to try and keep the things under 45 minutes. No, I'll keep them under half an hour, if I can. But overall, the missions are pretty short, so I don't think that'll be an issue unless I do a lot of them. So without further ado, let us begin. And I really kind of need this tutorial that's going to pop up because I haven't played this in at least 6 months. Probably longer. It's been significantly longer. I haven't touched this game since before finishing Snake Eater. So, it's been over a fucking year. It's been over a year since I played this. What are you doing? No. Hey. Bad girl, Loey. She's tearing up a litter bag. I don't want her to do that. Stay off it. I'll squirt the hell out of you. Yeah, that's fine. Saving, do not turn off the power. I am a big fan of this. Sorry about the yawning, it's kind of late. We'll go with Kyrix. Oops. No. No. Ah, there we go. Yay. This name is okay. Sure, we'll stick with shooter type. New save data, of course. I've got my trusty stopwatch setting on my phone. Standing by. Soak your ass. Stop it. Leave it alone. Now, this will not necessarily be a 100% run. If you want a 100% run, I highly recommend Chip Cheesum's run of this. I'm going to run out of water in this bottle if she doesn't quit. That being said, do not expect this to be my same level of fuck it that I displayed during Snake Eater. I enjoy this game and I'm decent at it. So I'm going to be having a lot of fun with it. gonna have the wettest goddamn floor. One moment. It's not a toy, not ready. I'm sure this references a lot of stuff that happened in Portable Ops that I just am not privy to. Never seen Portable Ops played. Chip Cheesem didn't think it important enough to do a Let's Play of. Should I ever acquire the technology to do so, I actually will do it. Incidentally, I thought of recording out of order and doing Phantom Pain before this, but I'm like, what if Phantom Pain is just that much better and then I can't enjoy this game properly? You know? It seems safer to just do it the way I'm doing it. Actually, no, we're gonna go with 45 minutes, and I'm starting the clock now, because I forgot about Metal Gear's propensity for cutscenes. '74, huh? Time to go. 42 years ago. Hell of a thing.
Boss! Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
I do.
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show them how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction.
Yes, sir.
Look up. Good. Look down. Good. You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right. Good. Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. All right, let's try left and right on the right stick one more time. Look right.
There
Good.
we go.
Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right
Basically, that was me
now.
setting
Press
my
the
controls,
action
I
button
guess.
If you're ready to move on. Okay. You can change the controls anytime in options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now.
He's
At
right.
times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down.
But
To
no
change
crawl.
stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
Sir, yes, sir. Incidentally, it's hold to
Good. Next, we'll work
to
on
stay
your movement.
crouched.
Use the left stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly, tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running! Don't forget it! That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That's good to know.
Impressive, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts.
That sounds
Anyone
lethal.
on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Now we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss!
Start talking.
Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the left stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple
This
enemy
is a
opponents.
fun one.
You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained.
Yep.
First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here?
This is the fun
Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss! When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is always so much fun.
Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! And stop! That's it for today! Thank you, boss! Snake!
This is a very
What's going
weird
on,
cutscene
guys?
style. It's like a motion
We've got
comic.
guests. Time to move. Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
He runs a very weird operation.
Here.
Thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee. So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
Thought I recognized that voice.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of
Speaking of voices we'll recognize, that little figure in the red coat is a famous person as well.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
There she is, Tara Strong.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua? No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized. What's your government's take? The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload. Where'd they get that kind of cash? I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S. And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No,
They're a state without an
we
army.
only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't going to do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No, I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in la Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old.
Now, I want to point out that at the time of recording this, I have already,
escape.
I have already managed to,
Huérfana.
hold on.
Her mother died when she was small.
I've already done
She
Ground
lost her
Zeroes, and I am
grandparents in the
familiar with
Civil
this.
She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake.
It's a very thick
It's
accent,
my
Tara.
one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Okay, once again, we're going to try, if at all possible, to play this non-lethally. There will be times when that will not necessarily be feasible, but I will do my best not to kill anybody. There are actually pragmatic reasons for that as well, which we'll get into later.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take
Yep.
a minute to refresh your memory. Use
I'm
the
good.
left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view. To change your settings, use the Start button to open the menu. There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off a round or two.
I'm
Press
good.
the directional buttons while holding the R2 button to switch weapons.
I'm good.
Ready your weapon with the L1 button. Then press the R1 button to fire.
Okay, basically that
How
little
about
number
a
up there that
little
keeps
shooting
going
practice?
red is my,
Try hitting a coconut.
don't want to hit a coconut.
Select equipment by pressing the square or circle button while holding the L2 button. To check your map, press the Start button to open the menu.
What are we going
Not
here?
enough room, huh? We'll keep it. The Mark 22 tranquilizer gun can put enemies to sleep. The closer to the head you hit, the more effective it is. Tranquilizer rounds are hard to come by. Don't waste them.
Also, when the suppressor dies, it fucking
The
dies.
facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. Use the L1 button to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with the R1 button. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let...
Yeah, I know.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. And break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
I wish it were raining here. I like when it rains. It's
Are they
soothing.
still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And
Your
there'd be no
homeland.
turning back.
He's Japanese.
This damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. Stop using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
Pretty much, yeah.
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
Now, there are tapes that I can play
Portable
of just a bunch of
stereo
stuff that
player,
they...
the first of its
Basically
kind.
like the codec calls,
Ah,
but
I heard they were working on something like that.
I'm probably not going to get into that just
Didn't know
because
you
it's
guys
very
were too.
time-consuming.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A Quetzal?
The Phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. I need to get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis
God, I hate
confirms that
I
this
hate
voice
Boss.
is indeed
I really
that of
fucking
the
hate her.
legendary hero and criminal, the Boss.
What?
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss
myself.
is alive in Costa Rica.
As I recall, I spammed the shit
As
out of
I
that bullet
understand
button.
it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss.
Alright.
Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll
peace, then.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected.
Easy
Avoid
enough.
combat whenever possible. This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
Just for safety's sake, to plug him again. Anyone over here? No.
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings.
Do 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 do. Bing.
The percentage in the upper right is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
Okay, I think I want to go this way. Okay, good. I know where I'm going now. Nope, that's not gonna happen. Well, shit. Is there another way up there? Yes, there is.
Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To the right of that, you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will inhibit your actions. Your life gauge will recover with time. The sight gauge, too. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better.
Oh shit. Almost didn't see him. Yeah, as I recalled, there's only like 3 soldiers in this first area, and then there's like 3 more up here. This is an area I've gone through multiple fucking times.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Yep, there's one over there. There's like 4 guys here. So I need to be a little bit more careful. Okay, that's one down. Here's number 2. One more. And then I'm good. The reason I know this area so much is this is one of the first areas you go back to get lots of new recruits. And I did this level a lot. So I pretty much have it memorized. Oh shit, forgot about him.
Infiltrate the facility on the east side of the compound.
And we're golden. That went rather perfectly. Now, some of these missions are also these cutscenes are also quick time events. So I gotta pay attention to them.
Yes, sir, we broke them. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The barge has cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Freeze! The cargo, where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit! In the mountains!
What's up there?
Hate the chrysalis. The other ones I'm fine with. That one annoys the shit out of me. But we'll get into that later.
This is Snake. Kaz, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Title drop. Okay, I can't remember exactly, but I think heroism... I forget what heroism does. I forget what any of this shit does, really. But the level, I think that increases your overall damage with the thing. The more you use it, the better your level gets. But there are also different design specs. Like, I don't have to level up every pistol. I can just, you know... I can work on getting better pistols, kind of thing. Hi, Willow.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah.
I don't think they care.
As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah,
Don't need it.
that's a shocker.
That
Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opinol will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or 2 already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test, showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. It looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No one can bother us here. No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
The cat literally just nuzzled a headphone out of my ear. She's a very friendly girl. No, stay on the platform. This is Mother Base. Now, one of the things that's real fun about Mother Base is that it adds a whole other dimension to this, where it's kind of like a resource management, micromanagement thing. Actually, I don't care much for this. I don't care for the tutorial, I mean. Yeah. I think that's just a thing that I have. Ah, okay. And of course I can make things as well. Anyway. We've got the staff. No. Okay, you are good for R&D. Ooh, the analyzer, that's fine. Your R&D. Your R&D. R&D. Now, of course, they've got different stats. The first is combat, second is R&D, next is mess hall, then you've got medical and recon, I believe. Now, for now, I've only got combat team and recon, or combat team and R&D, so that's what we'll do. Like, this guy is pretty good for combat. This guy could be good in combat or medical, but we're going to stick him in combat. Combat, combat, combat. This guy's got good stats for combat, but he's really good for mess hall. Later on, mess hall is going to be a thing for us. It's going to be a required thing for us. Okay, now we'll go into R&D. Well, basically how this works, the GMP cost, we don't have actual money. I don't think. Basically, we have like a certain amount that we generate per turn, and as long as we have the stuff, we can continue to make stuff. So what's this? Okay, definitely want that. Oh, can't get that yet. Items, where is it? No. Definitely want this. And over here we've got like save, transferring, etc. Now how the transfer system works, let's say me and Anubis were playing this, and I have, say, a B rank guy. I can trade him one of my B rank guys for one of his B rank guys. It has to be equivalent so that I can't, like, here's all my C rank guys, give me all your S rank guys, you know. Button config is obvious, title's obvious, options is obvious, save is obvious, and of course when we want to go on to other stuff, here's missions. But we don't want to go on to other stuff. We've used up a lot of time already, so we're going to save. Now note that there apparently does not allow me to have separate save files. It's not like other games where I can do an extra save in case I fuck up, but then again, it's really hard to really fuck up in this. You know, because basically you can just do the missions over and over again. I can't get locked into an area where I just don't have the right ammo or weapon, because I can just go back to Mother Base and swap my loadout. Which I'll cover next time. For now, that brings us to the end of this. Bye-bye, everybody!